Hello, my name is Dee Silver and I own Silver Brush Limited. Today we're going to talk about maintaining the life of your artist brushes. Today we're going to learn how to clean an oil painting brush properly. The first thing we're going to do is take a brush that has paint on it and take that excess paint off. I'm just using a clean paper towel over here. I'm then going to put the brush in a odorless solvent. I then take that and clean that excess paint off. And you could do this repeatedly, it's okay. I then take a commercial cleaner, a commercial brush cleaner that will add lanolin and make it very pliable so you don't have a very stiff brush when you go back to use it. I then dip it in water, clean some more off, and then I go back to the lanolin with a commercial cleaner, restorer. I can just leave it into the brush, leave it there for drying. We're going to clean a watercolor brush now that has some paint on it. First thing I'm going to do is clean it with water, just wipe it off, and then I typically use a liquid soap that has no detergent, and then I rub that into the brush, wipe it off, get some more, and your brush has to lay flat to dry. Now we're going to go through Silver Brush's best drying practices. I like to dry brushes flat. That's the best way to dry them. Better than that, I use an ashtray and with the cutouts all around it, and that allows the brush head to go down a bit and let it drain out that way. Never ever allow a brush to dry this way, because the moisture goes into the ferrule and it will expand the brush and it will maybe crack the handle. So it's important to know these small tips. Never leave a brush in fluid for prolonged periods of time. This is an example of a brush that was left in fluid. You can see the cracked ferrule. That's an extreme case, but it doesn't help the brush at all if you leave brushes in fluid for prolonged periods of time. Another problem is if you have synthetic filament, never put them in turpentine. You can use an odorless solvent, but you can't use turpentine because what you have is melting all around here. They start to curl and they start to corrode and you will not be able to use them again. Possibly some of the most frustrating things for an artist is when they spend all that money on a brush and then they've let it deteriorate a bit. So we want to try some brush restoration. What I'm doing is, as you can see, the hair is all over the place. This is boiling hot water. So we're going to work the brush in the hot water, keep it in there for a couple of seconds, and get that hair to loosen up and relax and go back to its original shape. Now, if you see that there's still hairs that are still all over the place, go back into that boiling hot water and just mold it with your hand. Never, ever, ever, never, ever cut hair in a brush because you're paying for those natural bristles, the natural tips at the end of the brushes. Once again, I'm letting the brushes lay flat the way they should or with the head going down. This is a synthetic fiber. This is 100% Taklon, and this happens with all types of brushes. Something else that can happen with Taklon, the hair can curl, the hair's going in different places. Once again, I put it in boiling hot water. And notice how it comes right out into its original shape. Restore a brush, preserve a brush, and you'll have it live a much longer life. Thank you very much for watching. For more information about Silver Brush, please go to our website, silverbrush.com.